the bad guys or evil or the cabal or whatever you call it out of business, these are the things that you do, right? So the second you walk into a bank to open an account, they ask you for custodialship. It's in there. Yeah. It's in the paperwork everywhere. So you just gave them custody of your energy. So now you put your energy into their custody, even though we're feeding them our energy in the first place to get it, because, you know, they say so many corporations rule the world, right?
Right.
And they're right.
Yeah.
So if you went against, for example, Moderna, one of the big, drug manufacturers, and you came out with a new medication that would cure something that they only placate, you'd be out of business tomorrow. So they're still controlling your energy. So you're either going to go work for them and create for them and give them your energy, right? To get energy back, only to give it back to the other sector known as the banking sector. So you're never in control of your own energy at any point. And that's very important for the way they structured this farm. Now, we're not a farm anymore, right? We're not a loosh farm. We're not an energy farm. We do, but so now what do we do, right?
Yeah.
We have to get the structures out of the way, bit by bit, piece by piece. So banking structures are flawed. Everything goes back to the Federal Reserve. Maybe your viewers don't know this. Penny I've discussed it a million times, but the Federal Reserve controls every bank on the planet Earth.
Right.
So please stop about talking about your tier ones and your credit unions and all of this thing. They control everything. They also control how much money can be put into your account. Okay. They set the thresholds. Everything is done from one centralized location. Every central bank in the world. Please stop saying China is the savior. Their RMB currency is controlled by the Federal Reserve, or through the Federal Reserve to the trust and the back system I talk about. Okay.
Right.
But the Federal Reserve was the face front for my predecessor. So, right?
Well, let me ask a question. So let's say I've got $500 and I want to put it somewhere. I've put it in the bank. What would be the ideal attitude, structure, legal obligation, whatever, of that bank? Anything?
Okay, so maybe you're not a computer tech type person, right?
Okay.
So what we've created is I call it like a pocket system, right?
Okay.
So you don't need a license to everybody thinks, well, we'll have to have a banking license. We need a new treasury.
Right.
But that's not true. Okay. Because there you go, giving your energy away again. So if you have it physically in your pocket right now, right?
Okay.
You don't need a license to do that. It's yours.
Right.
You earned it. It's in your pocket. But now let's say you're lucky enough to have too much to fit in your pocket, right?
Okay.
Now, your pockets are located on your pants or your shirt, right? However, your jacket, whatever it is. Now, you can send those to the dry cleaner and to have them serviced, right? Because you don't know how to wash these things yourself. So we can provide an electronic service provider to connect all your pants together, as an example. So I can electronically transfer money from my wallet, right? Or my purse directly to your purse. But it's still your purse and it's still my purse over here.
Okay.
So I'm not giving it to a third party entity. I just maybe have a purse manufacturer, right? Where I got the purse from.
Yep.
And then I have a service provider that makes sure that my money in my purse goes from me to you. That's it.
Okay. So what do you call that system? I mean, is that something you and Tank have
The global repository system.
Global repository. Okay.
So not a bank, just a repository.
Yeah, it's just a transfer mechanism, this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that's a heck of a lot simpler than what we have with the banks. And I don't think people understand KYC. They don't realize that when they have to hand over their driver's license and all that stuff, that's really the know your customer. KYC is how they get that custodianship. You sign on the dotted line only. I mean, they won't even present you with the sign on the dotted line papers unless you give them all of your information. And then you sign. When you sign, boom, they've got you.
And
So,
then in the past, it's gone on credit history, right?
I know. Yeah.
So really, I mean, how much money you can send and receive is based on your credit history, which is
Yeah.
tied to all of these papers that you had to give them, right?
Right.
But it gets worse. They really want a social credit score.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
I was so relieved when you talked about the Azure system going down. It's like, oh, OMG. That we were like skin's thickness away from total takeover.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when I heard you guys talking about that, I was like, oh my God, thank you for friends in high places. Thank you, thank you. So, and for your own intuition that's saying, now wait a minute here, what the heck is going on? And figuring that out. So it's a total interruption. Sometimes I have to stop the bus and say, wait a minute, where are we going? And then to be able to make just a change that changes everything. So yeah, thank you
Well,
for that.
consciousness connects directly to
Yeah,
the creator, right? The creator
right.
of all organic life in the multiverse is the
Yeah,
creator. That's what you would call God, the source,
right.
however you want to say it, right?
Yeah,
Well, we're a part of that,
yeah.
right? This plasma within your person